What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NBA show. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. We got it all on this show. We got sides, totals, props. All right, we start with a game, the only game that we don't have a full market on. The Philadelphia 76ers, 15-6, 5-5 on the road at Charlotte Hornets, 10-11, 5-5 at home. We're at Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we don't have anything. There's nothing offshore, but the good people at FanDuel have hooked us up with everything. Total, spread, money line. What we're dealing with is the Charlotte Hornets as 7.5-point dogs, a money line of plus 270, and a total of 221.5. This is going to be a really fun game, and I'm happy that we've selected it here for this show. Sixers pace last 5, 15th, 99.3 possessions a game. Hornets pace last 5, 18th, and 99.04 possessions a game. Both teams coming in, playing good basketball, and have won 3 straight, and I love those situations. Let's talk about Sixers first. They're coming off a 119-110 victory at Indianapolis. At Indiana, I should say, sorry, in their first win of the season without Joel Embiid. They were down 16 points in the fourth quarter. They switched to a zone defense, and Doc did everything that Brett Brown wasn't doing. I mean, it was just magic. They outscored the Pacers 31-6 over the final 8 minutes during their 6th win in 7 games. Tobias Harris went for 27 points and 8 rebounds. I mean, all over him because he's not rebounding the ball. 8 boards without Embiid there. Ben Simmons, 21 points, 7 assists, 6 boards, 4 steals. Dwight Howard, 11 points and 15 boards off the bench. And Embiid missed his 5th game of the season, landed hard on his back in Wednesday's win over the Lakers. He played through the injury in Friday's win over Minnesota, 37 points and 11 boards. And I expect him to be back for this game, but it wouldn't shock me if he was not in the lineup. I fear the Sixers are feeling good about themselves. This is the last game of a 3-game road trip. They're about to go back home. I really think this is and if I was to take the Hornets, and I would take them early, I would want Embiid in the lineup because I want a big spread. And the books are afraid to put it out because they don't know if Embiid's going to be in the lineup. Hornets are playing good basketball. They've won 3 straight over the Pacers, Bucks, and on Monday night at Miami, 129-121 in overtime. Malik Monk came off the bench, scored a career-high 36 points, 9 threes. Devontae Graham adds 24 points. The Hornets rallied from a 10-point deficit in their final 2 minutes, 47 seconds of regulation. You know, Wham, I'm a Cody Zeller fan. He doesn't have many of them. I'm one. 19 points, 12 boards. He runs the floor. I've always liked his game. I mean, you don't want him to be probably your starting 5, but for a great team, he's not going to be your starting 5. But I still think he's decent. Hayward goes for 19. LaMelo goes for 14 and 7 assists in his first start. Terry Rozier missed the game with a sprained right ankle. He's questionable for Wednesday's game. The Hornets will be down PJ Washington as well, sprained right foot. He will not be in the lineup, so no Washington. And both teams won their last game without very important pieces. I love this game. Fascinating basketball game. Sixers, Hornets, Wham. Take it away. How are you handling it?
Yeah, man. It's funny that you say that as far as this game, you're leaning towards the first half or early with Charlotte. That makes sense to me. And the numbers actually are lining up there with no PJ, though, for the Hornets. That means you're going to get a lot of Caleb Martin, who's 6'7" down there, and Gordon Hayward at the 3-4 spot. So now you're going to get those guys down there. You're going to get Embiid to eat, man. I think Embiid is going to eat, bro. And I believe that, honestly, Coach Borrego, if I'm saying his name wrong, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Halfway there. But he said that they're going to try to absorb it. They've been pretty battling with this COVID stuff already. And he did mention that Bismack Biyombo could get some burn, but he right after he mentioned him, he said, hey, but he might be fouling out there. So, you get Bismack Biyombo out there fouling and get Joel Embiid, he might be able to abuse that guy. So you don't go ahead and say that as far as a matchup. I'm going to lean Embiid there. But with this team, though, man, this Charlotte Hornets team, this last 3 games, they won those. Number 1 in 3-point percentage at 47% in 3. Ridiculous. They're taking number 6 3-point attempts. So they're not just holding the ball and barely getting them off and shooting them and making them. They're 40 threes a game. So they're throwing 43s out there a game. Points per game, they're number 5 in that same span, 121 points per game for this Hornets team. and assists per game, number 2 in that same span. Now that's a 6. I believe his number ranks number 6 in offensive rating for this Hornets team. Been playing great on the offensive end, but do we trust their defense to be able to cover this number? I don't think so. I think this team, like you mentioned, having that win without Embiid, Doc seemed to give them a sort of a challenge. He challenged them to have this win. And it seems like Thibault mentioned it a little bit afterwards. I think we feel pretty good having won it because we all know how bad we would be feeling if we didn't win it. My team Thibault saying that kind of gives me an indication that this could be one of those teams that we've seen their emotion and confidence drift through the season. And I think it has a lot to do with the mentality of Ben Simmons. But Ben Simmons going out there feasting and Embiid coming back, I think they may be able to take advantage of this Hornets team who feels good on themselves. I think this is a good spot for the Sixers, to be honest with you. Now, I don't want to take them early, like you said, 3-7 on the road again the first quarter for the Sixers, and 2-8 ATS in the first half on the road. So I don't want to take the Sixers for early. I'm going to take them full game. And like I think you said 7.5. I want the 7 though, bro. If we get a 7, that'd be cool. But 7.5, it'll be all right.
I'm surprised that this is the best line you're going to get. It's unless Embiid's ruled out, which would be a surprise. Although I don't think it's out of question. But I mean, this is gonna. If I want the Hornets, I'm gonna wait. Show discipline. Wait, because it's gonna be when Embiid's announced. Then it's gonna be 9. Isn't it? I mean, it could even be higher than that. So I don't think you're going to get better than 7.5. Is it crazy for me to sit here seeing the Sixers at plus 550 to win the Eastern Conference and think that's the best value on the board?
No, I don't. Their defense is looking nice. I mean, as far as Thibault and Ben Simmons, I believe their last 6 games they're having two assists per 2 steals. I'm sorry, 2 steals a game, and they're long and athletic. Those are big guys on the wing, man. And Thibault made his career so far based off of defense. He hasn't really made the shot that we could see him making, but as far as their offense goes, I like them having Steph Curry. I like Embiid. I think Embiid is going to be back. The reports that I read, it says that he's probable. So I'm treating this as if he's in. Yeah. And the fact that Rozier is questionable, that's just showing me that they may run more LaMelo. I don't think Rozier is going to go straight out there. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's an ankle injury, right? Or if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's something of that nature though. But I don't think he's going to get pushed out there that quick, especially after Malik Monk having a career high that he did. I mean, 9 for 13 from 3. You got to try to get that guy a little bit more burn, man. I mean, Malik Monk balled out. So I think that they're going to probably do that range. I think Rozier is going to be out. You're going to see him beat in, which he's showing probable on my side. So I actually like the Sixers. I still take them at 7.5, so you can mark that down as official play for me.
I think it makes sense locking that in at this point. I really don't see this being available. Just the fact that none of the offshores have put it out, that's the reason why I think they're obviously worried about putting out a number and then hearing Embiid's out. So that's the main reason why I bring it up. The licensed legal books, BetMGM, has the money line up but not the spread. And FanDuel has your minus 7.5. BetMGM there. Minus 7.5 for Wham Bam to get his card started at minus 110. And I'm going to move on the Hornets first quarter, and I'm going to wait. About 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:15 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to fire on the Hornets first quarter. That is our first game on the docket. The rest of the games, we have full market.